ਹਫ਼ਤੇ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਰਾਜਨੀਤੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਨਜ਼ਰਵੇਟਿਵ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸੱਤਾਧਿਰ ਲਿਬਰਲ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੇ ਤੇ ਲਿਆ ਗਿਆ। ਕਨਜ਼ਰਵੇਟਿਵ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਟੀਕਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਵੰਡ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਪਾਰਦਰਸ਼ਤਾ ਦੀ ਮੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ। G20 ਦਾ ਮੁੱਦਾ ਵੀ ਹਾਊਸ ਆਫ ਕਾਮਨਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਟੋਨ ਪਾਈਪਲਾਈਨ ਲਈ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਜਵਾਬਦੇਹੀ ਮੰਗੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੀ ਅਰਥ ਵਿਵਸਥਾ ਲਈ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਘੇਰਿਆ ਗਿਆ।
And on debt financing, what's quite clear from where the tenet of what he's proposing and certainly saying is that obviously the situation that we're in is untenable from what he's proposing. And certainly all the investments we made in Canadians in the past year, obviously there was a choice to be made. Us on this side of the house, we decided to invest in Canadians, and he is deriding us for accumulating debt. So I want to know from the member from Carleton, the fact that we've invested too much in Canadians, obviously why do we accumulate debt? Was to help Canadians weather this storm, weather the worst pandemic that we all faced as a nation in our lifetime. So I want to know all the programs that this government has brought forward, the CERB, the wage subsidy, the rent subsidy, the mortgage deferral payments, the supporting Indigenous communities, the CEBO loans, the regional relief and recovery fund, the billions of dollars of transfers to the provinces that we provided them to ensure the health and safety of our people, of Canadians. Which one would he have not brought forward?
What would we have done differently? One, we would not have gone into this crisis having already added $100 billion of debt before the very first case of COVID-19. That's the first thing. This government inherited a balanced budget. They blew through $100 billion of debt before COVID-19 even arrived on the scene. When we warned them, the second thing is we would have ensured the COVID crisis would not have spun out of control here in Canada the way it did, because we would have closed the border. We told them, we're on the record of having said that we would close the border. They had military intelligence in December telling them of the risk, and yet they let 60,000 people come from China between December and March into this country, causing the disease to spread quickly. We would have approved rapid testing more quickly so that Canadians could get back into their jobs safely. We would have procured vaccines on a priority basis rather than leaving us at the back of the pack. All of these things would have saved a fortune. And finally, what will we do different going forward? When we come out of the COVID crisis, we would unleash the engine of free market productive economic growth that produces paychecks for people, rather than shutting down the economy by blocking enterprise, as this government has done in project after project. And we reject the government's proposal to make all the COVID spending permanent.